What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another Redbeard's Garage video. I was going through some hard drives and we're working on the Argo again, and I found that back when right before we took the Argo apart, I rebuilt the brake master cylinders, and for some reason I never put out the video. Maybe because the calipers needed rebuilt, but whatever the case, it's been sitting on my computer for a year and a half now, and I thought I would put it out before releasing the new series where we finish the Argo and put it all back together. So without further ado, here's some classic footage of the old garage back when Daniel's still working for us and everything, where I rebuild the master cylinders on the Argo. So hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you at the end of the video. Yeah, another day, another build. We're working on the Argo again because we got to tell Go Power Sports what bearings this thing has. We have no clue. But you can see the chain system. It's just daisy chain to each axle in front of it. Right? Is that right? Yeah, they're pretty far away. So this looks like 530 chain or 520, whatever it is. But you see it's hooked to the next tire, that one's hooked to the next tire, and so on and so forth. It's got this chain adjuster on it, tensioner, and it looks like the chain has stretched over the years, so we're either going to replace the chain or see if we can use a half link. Big Daddy Daniel is pulling this inner bearing out so we can see if there's a number on it, so Go Power Sports can find us the right bearings. It has, I'm assuming, two bearings, one there and one where it moves through the wall of the Argo. So we're going to pull this one out to see a number on it, and then hopefully get those ordered. So it'll be a little while before we get bearings and seals, but when those bearings and seals come in, we're going to split the two halves of the body and completely reseal it, and then I'm going to build pretty much the same roll cage, just out of new tubing. But in the meantime, while Daniel takes those bearings off, I'm going to pull out the master cylinders. We pulled the lids off and sucked all the fluid out, and they're crazy gummed up. And basically what is happening when you pull the handle, the piston in the master cylinder gets stuck in. It don't want to kick back out and build pressure again. So I'm going to pull these puppies apart, and I bought some rebuild kits for the master cylinders. We're going to pull those apart, rebuild them, and see if we got some brake lines that'll work, because those brake lines I'm sure are pretty old. So let's get to taking them off. These master cylinders are just held on by a quota, a big long 1/4 inch bolt on each side that goes through and sandwiches both of them to a plate. So all I got to take off is, it looks like just the brake lines, and we're ready to go. All right, so we got both those master cylinders off, so now we can take them inside. And we pulled this one completely apart, pulled the piston out of it and everything, and everything looked good on it, but obviously it wasn't sealing. Basically, if you pull off this little plunger, you can slide this piece out, grab it with some pliers, and slide the actual piston out, and there's a couple O-rings, and that's all there is to rebuilding a master cylinder. All right, we got those master cylinders. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this this top cap off. This one should be empty already. Oh boy. These screws are almost stripped. We had to cut a slit, or use an easy out on one of them. We're gonna have to buy some new screws before we put this thing back together. Alright, so the diaphragm inside, the little top diaphragm, looks perfectly fine. Hey! So when I was looking at the cylinders last time we pulled them out, everything looks really good. They was pretty clean, but maybe these rubber seals around it, as you can see, it has one up here and one back here. I'm hoping that it's just where those is over time lost their thickness and it's not getting a good seal. And then you have sitting behind it the spring, and that's what kicks the piston back out of the master cylinder. So I'm going to take brake cleaner, clean out this inside and clean out the reservoir, just clean everything really good. Then we can pull these seals off and put the new ones in. So it looks like this one's completely seized in there, and this is the one we had apart, and we cleaned the insides of this and we pulled the whole piston out a couple days ago, and it looks like it's completely stuck in there. So have to find a way to push this thing out. Alright, so we're gonna try this. Alright, so we got that puppy out. I don't know why. Oh, this one's got a chip in it. So that one's chipped up pretty bad. That top one is. The back one looks fine. So we just pop those off. So that definitely needed replaced. Use the pick on this one. Get up under it and roll it off. Let's get that other seal off. Now we can just clean this really good and pop them all back together. She should be good to go. I'm just really hoping nothing's wrong with the calipers, but it seemed like it was all in the master cylinder. Alright, my lovely, beautiful wife got me some brake cleaner because I was out. I just want to make sure thing is spotless. We can go ahead and pull this. Oh, good gravy. Because it did come with a new one. Oh boy. Hey! I got a new boot on there. And that's ready to be put on. I'll clean it up some. So we got this all cleaned and I need the open side out. So, alright, it looks like she's on there. Then this other one just pops around the back. It's kind of hard to do this with gloves on. Either one of them work?
It's a small one.
Small one?
Yep.
Set that in the side in the clean zone. And these kits was about $15 a piece on this Argo website. So not expensive or nothing. The master cylinders are pretty expensive though. You buy those puppies, you're gonna spend a pretty penny. This seal has an open end on it that goes towards this small neck, so it just pops around that end right there. Pretty easy stuff. It's actually harder to do with gloves on. It's probably going to want to roll on you. Just don't let it, and there we go. So that's all on there. Now we can do the next one. And it's got a open end on the inside. If you can see in there, I don't know if you can. And that of course will go inside. Be careful not to rip them. So basically that little seal was flipped the wrong way in there. So both these are done. You got both of them installed correctly, hopefully. And now we can clean out the reservoirs and just slide them back in. Slide that spring back in, then the little piston back in. And they should be ready to go back on the Argo ski. Alright, so I've sprayed these out with some brake cleaner and took a paper towel down the piston journal, I guess you'd call it. So now when I assemble this, what I was going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of brake fluid around the seals just to make sure they're fine. I'm going to lay that spring on like so, and then I'm going to push everything down on top, and then it's ready to install back in the Argo.
Is that your first master cylinder you rebuilt?
Mm-hmm. Have you rebuilt them before?
No, I watched my grandfather do it a few times on his like 41 Chevy it is.
All done, ready to install in the Argo ski. So this would be this side. Alright, so now we're trying to install this. Went ahead and filled up the little hole where the line's going to go on, so it kind of be have no air in it, we should say. That's going to be a pain. I'm just going to snug it so that oh my gosh. You see it? Oh no, you didn't see it.
Missed it again.
Like it squirted all on my face. Alright, now we're putting the lines on, and we are golden. Big Daddy Dan the man already got the whoa. Ho!
Testing the direction.
So he's pulled this wheel off. We don't know how this exactly comes off, but we're hoping we can unbolt that. It'll all slide off. Who knows?
Canada.
Hey! Made in Canada, eh?
Canada case with Japanese bearings.
Yeah, it did have Japanese bearings in it, which are the best. Only thing I would wonder about is how that bearing's bolted to that.
This? Yeah, it's well, it looks to me like once we take this off, we should be able to see.
Oh, there's nuts in there.
Yeah.
What does that hub? So that axle's, yeah, that axle hub is made onto that axle, like welded on. So I wonder, we're trying to figure out, we already found out the bearings back there. We got the numbers. That's no problemo. But we're wondering if the bearing right there is going to be the same as all the other ones. So we need to know how many bearings we need to Go Power Sports to get us, basically. Correct?
Correct.
Cool. And getting inside this puppy, well, actually, this side wouldn't be that bad, but it looks like, oh, maybe it would be. Looks like we'd have to pull this out. I don't want to pull a bunch of stuff off yet until we have all of our bearings. But the problem is we don't know how many bearings we need. Oh boy. Catch 22. Hey. So, we got that little funnel. Basically all that's done is pulling heat, or pulling air this way through the flywheel fins, through the heads. So you can see it's got a steel frame that goes down and bolts. Oh, that's gonna blow. So basically, we'd have to take the battery tray out. Have to pull the floor pan out from right there to get this. We need to find the master link on these two chains. Do you think this is gonna be fun?
No, but it's got to be done.
Yeah, it has to. I mean, it goes in there decently deep. I think if we got 16 bearings, it would be enough. 16 of those. They're 62 millimeter outside diameter, 1.25 inch inside, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so 62 outside, 1.25 inch on the inside. They're standard like go-kart style bearings. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. This old throwback of you know, I don't know why we never produce this video, but this happens from time to time. We keep a ton of footage, probably 1 terabyte of unedited footage on our computer at one time, and we have over 30 terabytes of edited footage. So we have a lot of footage. I've got the very first video I've ever filmed on my computer. But hope you enjoyed it, because we're starting back the Argo series. We took it apart, was the last thing you guys seen, and we never did anything with it. Wouldn't fit in the garage and all this jazz, and we finally got this new shop where we can fit bigger projects like this. So we're knocking it out and doing a collaboration with Finnegan's Garage. So be on the lookout for the next videos. We're going to do 3 or 4 on it, and then be able to go meet up with Finnegan and see if she floats. It's going to be pretty interesting. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the videos. Check out any links that we have commented or posted in the video description, and we thank you guys for all your support. We love you, and God bless.